Hey there, everybody. So, listen, Nike is going crazy. It's got its own theme song. We're going to talk about that today. Um, it just keeps ripping. I had to cancel all of my sell orders because I had them so high, and I think it's going to go higher. This is not financial advice, but might be something to look at. So let's get it started today. We have a special guest, Radioastro or Lloyd D, who's going to be talking about governance for a little bit for us today and answering some questions. So let's go ahead and get started, man. Yeah.
Yo, got a story about a pig, ain't no joke. From Gillette, Wyoming, Nike's the boat. Fat and gray, lived hard, that's the life he chose. Ate bacon all day, now he's the one who rose. He's a good pig, yeah, but life ain't fair. In an apartment, no love, but he didn't care. Now he's on blockchains, making all that noise. Crypto king, taking out those dog and cat toys. Nike the pig, ain't no lies. From Gillette to the block, he's on the rise. Crypto chains, he's the boss, watch him thrive. Fuck the memes, watch the piggy drive. Yeah. From Solana to Bitcoin, Ethereum and base Tezos too. What the fuck? What a waste. Nike's the thought, welcome in to Cardano. Crypto hood united, bringing all the drama. No dogs, no cats, it's a pig's damn game. Nike's on top, putting them all to shame. Bringing unity, crypto chains, they vow. Fat great pig, making haters say wow. Nike the pig, ain't no lies. From Gillette to the block, he's on the rise. Crypto chains, he's the boss, watch him thrive. Fuck the memes, watch the piggy drive. No dogs, no cats, it's a pig's damn game. Nike's on top, putting them all to shame. Bringing unity, crypto chains, they bow. Fat gray pig, making haters say wow. Nike the pig, ain't no lies. From Gillette to the block, he's on the rise. Crypto chains, he's the boss, watch him thrive. Fuck the memes, watch the piggy drive.
So there we go. That's what we had today. Just a little something different. And shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to Seji, Jaleesa, Johnny Tran, Riskwise Pro. Soft launches today. So if you haven't checked it out, you need to check it out. It's got some cool features on there. And if you hold a risk asset, you get access to the pro features, right? You need to check that out. We've been playing with it today. Highly recommend. And shout out to Daniel.
We are going to look at it a little bit.
Absolutely. But yep, shout out to Daniel. Send the pig. Nike, dude. He's just a good pig. And he's had a hard life, He's had a hard life.
We're doing a hard life. He had to eat bacon. Oh my goodness. They turned him into a cannibal. What the hell?
They only fed him bacon and it was really unhealthy for him as a whole thing. All right. So before we get started, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Today was a good day. I didn't have much to do at work. Super hard workout this morning. A little bit of sleep last night. Got up, didn't want to work out, but I was like, you got to work out. Quit being a little, go work out. So I got to the gym, worked out, went to the shop.
If you were a real man, you would say it. You probably won't.
Well, I don't have $1 to put in the swear jar because all my money's in Nike.
I was gonna say, it says the N word, right? So you should be able to say the other word because he's a man's man, right?
Because I'm freaking half bitch, so I should be able to say it. Because he's half black, he could say it. That doesn't make sense, bro. I'm not sure if I should be offended right now.
No. You're good. No. But no, dude, that guy just cracks me up,
Yeah.
Tries so hard to be manly. He probably has a secret boyfriend.
polarizing, very polarizing figure. And you know, I mean, he knows how to make content. That's all I could say.
He knows how to make content. He knows how to get the people stirred up.
Yep.
I think he has I think when his boyfriend's revealed one day, I think it's gonna make headlines. I think it's inevitable. Anybody that tries that hard to be a man is soft.
Right. Right.
Anyways, okay.
True.
So we have a special guest today. I'm gonna shoot him a message and see when he's gonna pop in here. But let's go ahead and do.
He just popped
kidding.
in right
There's
now.
The answer. That's fantastic. Well, there we go. So what we're gonna do things a little bit different today. Of course, we have to give a shout out to Nike. Our guest today, I saw an incredible Nike post, and I was just even more excited and more bullish. It is exciting. So that's one of the questions I'm gonna have to ask him today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna speak to the guest, and then we will go to the market watch, and then hit some headlines and update on the project.
Yeah.
So that's how we're gonna do it today.
Yeah. And we'll take a look at RiskWise Pro, of course, because Risk is awesome. We'll take a look at the Nike chart. We'll hit the market update and everything like that, like John said.
And there's nothing that Desert loves more than doing technical analysis on a coin that is less than 3 days old.
I have the chart up there in the corner, and it's a meme coin, but the chart looks pretty solid, bro.
Oh man, that's bullish. That's bullish. All right, so we're gonna bring our guest up here, Lloyd. All right, Lloyd, how are you doing today?
Great, guys. How are y'all?
Dude,
good.
We're so excited. This has been so fun, and all of a sudden, my timeline is full of influencers from Solana, from Ethereum, right? Frank Degas, right? All these people, and they're like, what kind of wallet do I use over here? And where do I buy this darn pig? It's just a good pig, they all are saying. What do you think?
It is a good pig. It really is. It's and of course, my wife is she loves to do crochet, right? It's a hobby she's had for a while now, and she really gets into it. And it was like Wednesday night, we were hanging out, and it's like, you should actually try to, because there's a technique for making, cute little animals with crochet. I'm like, you should totally make a pig, and you try to get the colors right with with Nike and see what happens. And she jumped on it, started on it. And then yesterday, Charles was like, hey, if anybody makes a plushie of Nike, let me know. And I'm like, she'd already started. So,
Nice.
So tonight she was wrapping it up, and we got a picture of it and got it out there. It was pretty cool. And there's plushie Nike there.
Dude, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
Totally fun. And, literally, so she had the free time to do that, thankfully, because I have not, because I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff trying to get ready we've got the ICC elections going on right now. The draft constitution had to get out. I've been real active on that front for a while now, so I was just really glad she had the time to get that done and make it happen. It's the way the team works with us. Everybody's doing different things all the time, getting whatever done we can get done. So.
Oh, I love that. So the conversation of governance has come up a lot, and the reason that I wanted to have you on and that I'm excited that you were able to join us is because you've been making some banger content, if I do say so myself, about governance on Cardano. And this has been like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to be like parabolic or anything, but I feel like this is like the moment in Cardano. This has been like the riots in the streets conversation with the Chang fork. This has been like the really divisive moment, the super conflict in what we have going on. A lot of people are upset. Some people think it's too soon. Some people are saying like we've had plenty of time. We're about that point now. I definitely myself have like some grievances, some opinions there. But I would definitely like to hear from you what you think about like the place that we're at, like the direction we're going, because obviously we want to get to that decentralized point, right? We function as a DAO. Do you think that we're like going at a good pace? Do you think we're going too fast? Like, how do you feel about the organization and structure stuff?
Sure. So, I mean, as far as like just talking governance on Cardano, like broadly for a minute, we've been doing a lot of governance on Cardano for a long time. I joined in 2020. I got into Catalyst fairly early. Like, I'm not super early. I wasn't like a first early adopter, but by Fund 5 and 6, I was looking at, projects. By Fund 7, I had put my first proposal in, and was learning through that process. So we've been doing one form or another of governance in Cardano for a while. I learned a lot in Catalyst. There was a lot wrong and a lot right. There's opportunity, but there was also problems, and it's really iterated and changed and made a bunch of stuff over time. With drip drops, and with drip drops, we also started doing voting. Right, we had we held votes for ourselves. We held a vote for Catalyst Circle, actually. So lots of voting already happening on chain and already happening in the community, and so like governance has been going on for the whole time. I think it's Charles that said governance is inevitable. Like you don't have a choice but to make it work at one time or another. And Voltaire's always been on our roadmap. And so 1694. This is like, it was. So if I get the dates right, it was early 23, right? February-ish 23. That it came out, and I was at the first SIP 1694 workshop in Longmont. At that workshop, it was announced there'd be a whole bunch of both online and in-person workshops for SIP 1694, and those all happened. And then we moved on from there. Like, it's just been this constant iterating cycle. So are we going too fast? I mean, there's some things that if we took more time, we might get them a little bit further along, might get them a little cleaner. But I'm also one of those guys. I'm like, the perfect is the enemy of the good, right? Mm-hmm. Let's get to a point where we can get ahead and keep moving, and
move fast and break things, so that way we can fix them and then go ahead and go forward.
And only break the things, break things reasonably, right? But there's also a ton of academic research behind what we're doing. So we're not risking any of those things. We're just moving ahead with the things that are worth trying and breaking, and I can talk all day about those things. We've got different kinds of DREPs. We've got different kinds of constitutional committee candidates, right? I'm going as an individual. Guys like the Cardano Atlantic Council, and the CCEE are going as like DAO-ish, like groups of individuals that otherwise aren't together. And then of course we've got 4 different like actual foundational companies that are each going to hold a seat, at least in the beginning. So we got different ways of being an ICC member. We'll have different ways of being a DREP. That's all going to happen, and that experimentation's fine. Some of it's going to work, some of it's not. Quite frankly, I'm a little nervous about the individual DREP. I'm also nervous about the group DREPs, because in both cases there's real limitations to that. The foundation ones right now, they're pretty easy because they're companies and they have a place, they have all that. Like the rest of us, we have to kind of build that up around us in order to do this. So there's a lot of work, but it's worth trying. And my whole goal was to get in there, document it, kind of do it right, hopefully, and then here's what I learned, and then pass it on to somebody else to do it themselves. If I'm elected, of course.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so you yourself are running also.
That's right, yes.
Cool. I actually think that I might have signed up for that as well.
Okay.
Recently, somebody had sent out that they were looking for people, and the ending date was July 1st, I think it was.
Oh, and, okay. So the ending date for July 1st, that's kind of cool. That's a slightly different thing. Intersect has its own ICC seat, right? Gotcha. That it's going to have for 1 year. And by July 1st, they're taking candidates for that who want to be one of the 10 members on that body. So okay. That's super cool. That would be me. It's a slightly different thing than what I'm doing. I'm running for actually my own seat that would be in my name, right? So like Lloyd Duhan will be an ICC member. And it is actually technically an LLC of Lloyd Duhan. That is what it is. Right. There's legal liabilities that you have to protect from, and so you do need a corporation. So it's basically going to be like Lloyd Inc., right? I'm literally going to have a company to protect the asset of the key and dispose of it if I were to die, for instance, right? Like all of that has to happen and be set up correctly.
Yeah.
Like, this is the crazy stuff we're going through. Like, this is what I'm saying. We have, it's not just pick up a shovel, it's make a shovel and then pick it up.
Yeah.
Right?
Because if you have that key written on a piece.
So the key has to be saved, right? You have to have your key written down. You have to put it in a safe place. You've got to have your key in an air-gapped machine that doesn't have access to the internet, and you've got to do your key rotation with that. So it's like running a stake pool. It's very similar to running a stake pool in that you've got to keep your key hygiene at the right way so that it's a safe key to use.
Awesome. Okay, Desert. Right.
Yeah.
What's up, John? Oh, I think John froze a little bit. Let's get a little bit of your background and your story. I mean, you said you started in 2020. You said you really got in there during Catalyst 7 was your first proposal. What brought you to crypto, and more specifically, what brought you to Cardano? Okay,
so 30 years as an entrepreneur. I was in the .com boom in the 90s. I was building businesses, in those early days. I built the first ISP in Baton Rouge, Louisiana in 1994. Okay. Like, I've been around the internet forever. I'm an open source guy, right? So I have my credentials, my kudos are all go back to those kind of early days where I was, building companies when this stuff was all brand new. And I was part of the internet kind of going into this Web 2 thing, which I'm not a huge fan of, this platformed thing where you don't own your data, you don't own your information, right. You don't own you have no privacy, you have, corporations are able to just, advertise at you all day long, and they know more about you than you do. I'm just not a fan of that model at all, right? I liked the early days of the internet where people found you just because they found you. Like, the discoverability was mind-blowing back then. Right. And I feel like if we get the gatekeepers out of the way, we can get back to that. And that's what drew me to crypto. So I'm not exactly a crypto anarchist, but at least a libertine crypto guy, right? Like, I really think
there we go.
I think that we should have personal responsibility.
A lot of libertarian type mindset people. Yeah.
Right. And I'm a personal responsibility guy. I do think there need to be rules. I do think we need to agree to follow those rules. We have social contract with each other. I believe all of those things, but I also believe that we should have the maximum amount of freedom within that, to where everybody can make their own choices and do the things they want to do within that social construct. Right. That's it. Yeah. So that's how I got to crypto. It made sense to me. And it is ultimately why I ended up in Cardano, because I'm a technical mind. I was chief technology officer at a lot of those companies through the 90s and the early 2000s. So, I do have a technical acumen. So I looked at, and it's funny, it's like it's kind of an old adage now, but I came for the tech and then I stayed for the people. That's literally how it happened with me with Cardano. The tech was right. It was solid. It made sense to me. And then I got there and I'm like, holy cow, these people are genuinely using this stuff. It's not, there's no BS here. And I'd run into some BS. I was funny enough, I missed out on Cardano during the ICO craze. I was picking up other crazy things and I totally just lost my shirt. is what it is. I just, it was not good. But, so I wish I'd gotten Cardano then, but I didn't. But a few years later, come 2020, it's like, holy cow, this looks legit to me. And it was worth it. And I stayed.
So I have a question about voting.
Okay.
I've never voted. I know I should have. I know. But it's a big, and I don't know how it works right now. So that's kind of why I'm asking, but I know there's a big debate of like 1 ADA equals 1 vote or 1 wallet equals 1 vote. And we had Viva La Coin on the other night, and he brought up something that I thought was a good compromise between those two scenarios. So it's 1 ADA, 1 vote, but you can only use it in one like catalyst. So like the catalyst funding is like multiple proposals, correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So say I don't know what catalyst we're on, but say catalyst 20 comes up and you want to go vote. You have 100 million ADA. There's 6 proposals. You cannot use that 100 million ADA to sway each proposal.
Right.
You can put like 20 on one, 10 on the other, or 100 on one, and then your SOL on the rest. How is it right now? Does that seem like a feasible option to you? And if not, what protections are going forward for like the little guy to actually, for their vote to actually count?
Right on. And this is one of those really huge topics that it's still going to need a ton of talking. The first thing I can tell you is that the reason we are at 1 ADA 1 vote is there's a couple of pretty big ones. One, it's the compact with the community that we have. When Cardano was created, your voting power was your ADA. That was kind of set in stone. It was one of those things. So it's kind of a sacred thing within Cardano that we honor, that 1 ADA 1 vote thing. There's some good to it and there's some bad to it. You'll hear things like plutocracy. You'll hear things like kleptocracy, which is what grows from plutocracy, right? And so those things are possible. So there has to be rules that we put in place to avoid, that trouble wherever we can. Because the one thing that kills something like Cardano is a 51% attack. If one actor gets 51%, they can just take over the whole thing, right? So the biggest protection for that is actually lots of active users and lots of trade volume, right? That's actually what avoids anyone being able to capture the full banana here. Get everything, take it home, take the whole toy home, right? But are there alternatives that will work? Yes, there are, and it depends on what you're voting for and what you need. Now, I have to tell you, as of right now, the only thing that really works is 1 ADA 1 vote, and I can go into the technical side of why that is, but it's generally called a Sybil attack. So anytime that you have the 1 wallet 1 vote, it's trivially easy for someone to spin up hundreds or thousands or even millions of wallets, and so they could cast 1 million votes anyway, right? So it's very hard to have that. So a lot of people say, well, what about identity? You can give people identity, and you can, but the problem with identity in a blockchain is that identity comes along with some kind of a government that enforces the validity of your identity. We don't have anything like that in blockchain. So right now, we don't have a way to use that model either. So, but then you talk about things like being able to allocate your ADA, and so then the whole pool of ADA in all of the world can actually, all vote, but they can only vote on 1 proposal per ADA. You could do that for some things like a catalyst type of round. You can't do it in our governance model for things like our protocol changes. Those things, the security of our entire chain rests on that. That's actually why the Constitution has guardrails in it, so that you can make changes, but they're only within this range. If they're not within this range right here, then we don't know what'll happen. If it's in this range, it's relatively safe, but if it's outside of that range, it could be bad. So like those things, we need the security of 1 coin, 1 vote, at least for now, in order to protect that from it. What technology comes in the future that we could rely on? I can't say, but I know that for as long as I'm looking forward right now, there's no alternative to 1 coin, 1 vote for the security of the chain.
I can understand that. I guess my ultimate worry would be that whales, there's this, just like people say the deep state, people say the Cardano cabal, the gatekeepers, the big whale, big bag holders. So if you get 10, 15 whales together and they're like, well, we don't like the way it's going, so we don't hold 51%, but the 15 of us control 30%. We can sway every vote, and we can do it across the board. You know what I mean? Okay. So we can put all our weight on this proposal, this proposal, this proposal. But if they're only allowed to throw their 1 ADA 1 vote, but it's 1 ADA 1 vote that you can't double spend on proposals within a catalyst, that just, I don't know. I mean, it's, it's definitely people that have to figure it out well above my IQ.
Well, let me say the distribution right now is such that we don't have any 15 people that we could get together that could actually do that right now. There's not those wallets together out there, which is good.
Okay.
The further we are from that, that's what I was saying. Like the more active and widespread ADA is on the chain, the better we all are, right? So yes, you're absolutely right. If you get to the point where collective action has put a lot of ADA in the hands of one person, that's a real problem. No matter how that comes about, and so that is something we always have to be mindful of. The good news is that as of right now, the voting interest in Cardano is a lot lower. It's nowhere near. Unfortunately, it's less than 2% of the entire amount of ADA in all of Cardano is voting right now. So go vote. If you haven't voted, please go vote. We actually want more voices actively voting, and we do feel like next year there will be more. But if you look at DAO governance over time, what you see is very small percentages of DAO owners actually vote. It is literally in the single-digit percentage of all of the DAO, whatever voting power, 1% to 10% that actually votes. More than that, you don't see it. They don't vote.
Right. I can understand that, and I think on that point, how you said, go vote, make sure you guys vote, get out there. I think we're going to make a conscious effort. I don't know. So John, myself, and Seji will have to get together. We'll see about spinning up a channel in our Discord, and maybe we can start putting out the educational content, what catalysts are coming up, because we are all in this together. We do need to put in the effort. You can bitch and complain till you're blue in the face, but if you ain't willing to do nothing, who gives a shit what you're saying?
That's right. That's right. If you go vote, if you pick up a shovel and you build something, you go out and vote, right, and make your voice heard. And yeah, if you guys have a governance channel in there, I'm happy to talk on it from time to time. And I'm doing those GM Cardano episodes. Those are coming out. We're trying to get them out at least once a week. This week's is actually in post-production right now. I recorded it earlier today. And apparently, I can't pronounce all of my words very well. So the other thing that was on my Twitter feed tonight is how hard it is to say similarly as a word. Apparently, I struggle with that one mightily. And after 4 takes, I still got it wrong. So we ran with it anyway. It is what it is.
I understand. We're on here blathering every night, and you just start. And it's live, so there is no retake.
Yep. Right. Yeah, no, I do. I love my GM Cardano program. It's actually it's one of my long-standing dreams. Is I was in radio in the early days. That's the Radioastro handle. I was in radio in the early days. Before I got into the internet and whatnot. And so yeah, I've always had to enjoyed this stuff, and always kind of been my dream to be able to do that, be a content producer, and I'm doing it now. So it's a really cool gig to have.
All right, I have a question that hopefully is not very complicated.
It's so complicated, StreamYard won't pick up his question.
StreamYard wouldn't take it.
I think he's about to hit you with his anti-government rant as soon as he snaps back into.
Am I back?
Are the rumors true that John Carter has the most voting power with his? I think you're correct there, Johnny Tran. I believe John owns 10% of the supply.
Ooh.
Oh, he's frozen.
He's not denying it.
It's not hitting. Get your island internet together, John. Come on. Well, while he's frozen, before he can ask his question, there is something that I know John likes to ask. I'm very interested. Let's set the mood. Let's see. Are you good, John?
Oh shit! Can you hear me?
We hear you now.
Okay. So the question was, how do I get funding for stuff that we're building? Right.
Okay.
So that was the short question that should be simple, right?
It's a relatively simple question. So if you are building something that's not related to Cardano's core, right? It's not related to the tooling that's on Cardano, but you're building something on top of the Cardano network. Is that the kind of thing you're looking for funding for?
Well, we're also building a bridge, so that might be maybe related to the core, but
that could be a different topic.
Aside
yes.
from that, if we're just building something on top of.
Okay, yeah. So if you're building, that's exactly why the question's really important. A bridge, a bridge might go in the other direction, but for now, let's stick with like you're building a DApp. You're building, something that's, even if it's kind of infrastructure, right? Like think a drip drops type of thing, but it's not really like to the core of Cardano, but it's important and you want to build it.
Right.
The absolute best place is Catalyst. Catalyst has 3 different levels that you can participate in. The first and the simplest is if you have nothing at all, you can get a small grant from Catalyst to build like a really rapid prototype, write a white paper, those kind of things, like really think through your design. Then you can go up from there to an MVP. You can get up to about 300,000 ADA to build an MVP. And then beyond that, if you get a product launched from that MVP, then you can go back to Catalyst for a third round, and you can get some money to actually build new features onto an existing product that's fully functional and has customers. That's your best bet.
What was the MVP and then the final round? What was the first round?
The first round is basically like a prototype. It's like if you want to make a small rapid prototype, or if you want to do a white paper, like a legitimate like research white paper, not a this token to the moon white paper, but a legit like we're gonna build some product and here's our design thinking to get to a product.
Basically, so you're coming with like a viable proof of concept. You have a business plan. They're like, okay, boom, here you go. Here's some funding. And then you take that, you implement it, you get a market viable product. I'm assuming that's what MVP stands for.
It's minimum viable product. It's the exact minimum to get you up to where you could start finding customers.
Okay. So then you use the initial money to make the MVP. Then you come back and you're like, hey, this is what we did. I want more money. You could possibly get up to 300,000 ADA for that. Then once that's good and you're ready to go to market, then you come back for that final go to market stage. Is that essentially the roadmap of that, or the pathway?
It is. And we can talk about the other model too. When you're talking about the bridge or something that's like core infrastructure, if you wanted to be a part of that, it's actually what I'm working on right now, which is the budgeting process for the Cardano budget. So the general idea is there be an annual budget for Cardano, or maybe quarterly or whatever. Like the final isn't done. We actually, the D-reps will have to ratify a constitution before we really know what our final is. But we're really thinking an annual budget for Cardano is what's going to happen. And so if you had something that was core, you would go and be a part of the annual budget process and put your proposals forward, and then the D-reps are going to give it thinking and talking, and how the sausage is made, right? Everybody figuring out what's acceptable and what's not for this next year of Cardano's growth. And that's going to include things like marketing. Charles has talked about all this. It's going to include things like marketing. It's going to include things like, but it's like marketing for Cardano, right? And things like building more of the core. Like up till now, IOG, CF, they've kind of paid developers to develop the tools. CF has developed some really cool enterprise related stuff. IO has really built the core this whole time. Like they've paid devs on the clock to write all the code that's in there that we all like do everything on, all of the core node. And it's been that way this whole time. But now the community has to take command of that and what that direction is going to be. So we're going to be making those decisions like, hey, this is what's the most important thing to build. Up till now, that's been whatever Charles decided. Ultimately, IO, but ultimately, if Charles said we're going to build this year, that's what was built. Next year, it's going to be what does the community genuinely want to build? Is Laos the most important thing, or is I forget the one. they'll forgive me for getting this wrong, but it's like LM tree or something that looks like it could really help with some of our speed, right? Like there's dozens of core initiatives, and we're not only going to do one, we're going to actually do several. But that's what's coming up, and now it's up to us to start to make those decisions. So we have to figure out how we're going to work together to make those decisions, and that's how, if you had a core type of thing, you'd be getting into Intersect and getting into those kind of questions and figuring out if your thing fits in this year's budget.
Okay, so we're now a part of Intersect. I'm going to try to say this before I lag out,
Cool.
but as being a part of Intersect, can we actually get those things done through Intersect, or is it like, is it a dog and pony show? Like we take part, and then it's a lot of people thinking about doing something, and then like nothing happens.
Well, I've been a part of Intersect since it was announced in Edinburgh. That was the last SIP 1694 conference. They announced that you could sign up right then and there. Signed up right then and there. And I've been a member of Intersect ever since. I don't think it's a dog and pony show. I genuinely, I guess it's because I'm exposed to it, and I do hear that a lot, and I'm like, I understand they need to be more transparent, and I genuinely see them trying every day to get better at it. I see the messages going back and forth in a lot of the channels. I'm a secretary of one of the committees, so I actually do get to see a lot of the stuff that isn't yet public. It's bubbling up, and what's happening is they're getting faster and better at putting information out sooner, and that's only going to get better over time here. I think it's a muscle you develop, and there's probably some fear because the community can be very unforgiving at times. Like, I was scared the other day. I'm having to talk about the fact that, I'm under an NDA, guys. I am. It's legit. I'm under an NDA. And I got to see the Constitution before others, and that was scary to have to put that out to the community. It was. I did it, but that's part of developing the muscles of being okay with doing and saying the things that might be a little scary. Some people are going to take it the wrong way, and I just have to do my best to bring it back and keep talking about it legitimately rather than letting their fear get the worst of it. Right?
Okay.
Looks like we lost John.
We just lost John. Oh, no, there he is.
He's back.
So let's say there just happened to be a YouTube channel, and this YouTube channel is Cardano centric, and they might be looking for a sponsorship from a marketing budget that may or may not be coming out. How do we do something like that?
Okay. So, and again, that's another thing. Like, I honestly don't know the answer to that one right now. I do know that there's a marketing budget, and I do know that proposals will be able to be put in for that marketing budget. So can you get through? Maybe. I don't even know what they're going to make requirements on it, right? They may require you have a certain number of viewers.
Right.
They may require some kind of KPI that I can't beat. I won't know that for a minute here. And none of us will. But I will say this, that the process is going to be set up in such a way that you'll understand the process and you'll know if you qualify or not. And if you don't qualify, you'll know what you need to do to get to where you qualify.
Okay.
I know because I'm working on the processes myself, and I know that's my promise to the community that I am going to make sure those things happen that way.
All right. And then I have one input.
That seems awesome.
I have one big input about like marketing and everything. So you obviously know some people that are involved in governance and all this stuff going on. You might have even talked to Charles maybe before or a few times. But what we actually need as an entire ecosystem is when Rare Evo happens and he arrives in the Blackhawk, we need Nike to get out of that Blackhawk on a red carpet first. This is not a joke. If Nike's going to hit $1 billion market cap in the Cardano ecosystem, like we're not talking about 100 million, like that pig needs to get out of the Blackhawk onto a red carpet first before Charles.
There's nothing I want to see more. That would be so much fun.
Marketing, that's like free marketing right there.
That is free marketing.
You know what I mean?
We're going to be there. So I'll be there with my camera and we'll be filming and we'll plaster that everywhere for free.
No doubt. No doubt. And yes, I will be there too, guys. So it'll be great to see you there. We definitely have to hook up when we get there.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'll be I'll be running a budget workshop. So this budget stuff I was just talking to you about just now. I will be running a budget workshop there at Rare Evo, and I'm also going to, it looks like that we're going to be doing a constitutional workshop there as well, and I'll be a part of the constitutional workshop as well. So we'll be doing a couple of really cool things for governance there, and you know, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm not the only one's part of it. There's lots of folks that are working with Intersect, either volunteering or Intersect staff that are going to be a part of all those workshops and stuff. That's the best way, if you're able to get to Vegas, to really start to interact and see what's going on. Like, come to these workshops and be a part of it so you can learn more yourself.
Yep.
Are
we're going
these
to try to
just
bring it to many of our communities.
open, first come, first serve? Do we have to sign up somewhere?
So the budget workshop, there will be a sign up form for it because there's definitely limited seating for it. But that one's definitely, just because I know the room we're going to have is small. It is what it is. So we have a limit on that one. The form's going to go out in July. Like, I think first or second week of July, and I'll plaster it everywhere. I mean, I don't ever shut up. So it'll definitely be on my page, right? But so if you sign up for that one, if budget's interesting to you, and then the Constitution workshop, it's going to be a proto workshop for the Constitution on like how those 50 are going to run. So if you want to kind of get the first glimpse of what those 50 are going to look like, that's going to be the way to do it. And that one's more open, bigger space for it and all that kind of good stuff. So that one I'm excited for that purpose. Like, I really, I want people to get a feel for what those 50 workshops are going to be like, that are going to elect the 50 delegates that are all going to go to Buenos Aires in December and actually hash out what our Constitution's going to be that we send to the D-reps for them to ratify.
Nice.
That's huge.
Okay. Well, John, you got something else? I thought so. When you were glitching out there, I thought you were going to hit him with your anti-government question.
No. It wasn't really an anti-government question. It was really just, I was going to say, I've been talking to some people, and so like what you're saying about there being a clear like roadmap in place for how you can qualify for these things and so on and so forth. That is basically what the criticism is that currently doesn't exist in Intersect. And I know that they've basically they're like whitewashed and restructuring everything right now. So it's like in this middle place, but like, so that's the complaint.
I totally get the frustration. And when I say take it personally, I take it personally that it's actually like my driven mission right now to get the shovels built. We got to get the shovels built. People can't yet pick them up. And it's frustrating to people because they're ready. They want that. There's so much energy in this space that there's an active, vibrant community. So can we get that energy directed in the right way? I know we can. They just have to know what the path is that they need to walk down. And so the better we get at articulating the path, the more that people will pick up the shovels and walk that path. They'll get right to work. And that's what I'm excited about doing. And that's being a part of the budget thing. That's what my aim is to get there.
I can't remember what it was called. I think it was like something classic or epic or something, that there was an attempt before to create an app where all the information was basically there for Intersect or something like that. If not, my question is basically like, that's what I think needs to happen. I think that there needs to be an app where it's like you go through these steps of understanding, and then you actually like, what are you trying to do? And then you've got checklists on how you get those things accomplished. You know what I mean? So I think it needs to be that. Yeah.
So there is an ecosystem roadmap, ecosystem mapping project that's happening. I'm like peripherally a part of it. I'm helping them get their Catalyst proposal right. But what they're doing is it's basically an on-chain intent. Like, you can say, hey, I'm interested in marketing stuff. I'm a YouTube creator. I'm a Python programmer, maybe, whatever any kind of skills that you have, you can kind of self-identify you have those skills, and then it goes on chain, and then based upon how many wallets do that, now there's actually a map of what kinds of people there are in the ecosystem. Now it helps all kinds of people. It helps D-reps, because D-reps can say, oh, there's a whole group of people that do this, that have this special interest. I'll go cater to that group. They like Python, so I'm going to cater to that group to make sure that more Python development happens on chain. Bam, there you go, right? You've built that model. But it's the same thing that like you're saying, Like, okay, now we know these groups are out there. What's the best path for any one of those groups? Well, start from the biggest group, and here's the best path for them. And we write the software, we write the how-tos, the educational material, and make it go there. And thank you, Harry. Appreciate that. And yeah, Cardinal Atlantic Council is another great group. So I'm glad you're voting for both of us. I appreciate that. But that's it. Like, you literally drive people down the path that's best for them. Like you say, hey, this is the path you follow. If you're a Haskell dev, go down this route here, because now you can start helping participate in contributing to core. Just follow these steps and you'll get there.
Okay, I love it. So we're not going to take up too much more of your time. You've been fantastic. But what I do want to say, Lloyd, is that I would love to schedule outside of this a call, because we are building some things we think are pretty interesting. And then
always when he gets to the good point.
He gets to the good part. He gets right to the meat. But
right?
Yeah, John. I'm happy to have a call with you guys. I'm happy to have a call with anybody that needs one. I talk to founders, builders in this space constantly, and that's part of my everyday. So I'm happy to drop a calendar link for you guys, and that's true for really anybody in the community that's got a project that they want some guidance on, that they're looking for some stuff on. I can drop a calendar link to them, and they can schedule an appointment with me, and we could spend a 30-minute call on something like that, and really explore what you're doing.
Yeah, we got some big stuff in the background. So yeah.
Exciting. Well, guys, thanks for having me on. I appreciate you guys having me up and chatting with me tonight. It was fun. I had a good time, and it was good. It's always good to talk governance. I had a lot of fun.
We'll have to do it again.
I don't know if it's always good to talk governance, but we learned a lot, and we do appreciate you coming on. And is there anything you want to shout out? I believe we should have all your socials in the description. We will. If not, we will get them in. But if you want to shout out your socials, your YouTube channel, where people can find you, or anything that you think people should look at, or whatever you want to say.
Absolutely. Thanks. Well, if you look for GM_Cardano for our GM Cardano program on Twitter, on YouTube, and everywhere the podcasts are. And then, of course, the only other thing, and I'm Radioastro everywhere. So if you just want Lloyd, you can grab me at Radioastro on every social. And the only thing I have to shout out for now until Sunday is go vote, guys. Please, please, please go vote.
All right.
You heard it here first, everybody.
All right. Wait, last question. Do you have any Nike? Did you buy any Nike? Do you hold any?
I'm a no coiner, guys. Sorry.
Oh my God.
For the culture.
You know what? I'll probably go grab a very small bag of Nike. I have a bag of Hosky. I have a bag of Space Coins. Go Space Coins. I'm a Space Coins millionaire, guys. It was a birthday present for my buddy Kyle. So I've got some old school meme coins. I'm afraid I just don't spend a lot of time on that part of things right now, because I'm so busy in the governance side.
To add it, and that helps us get to that $1 billion market cap.
Yeah,
we understand.
Yeah, I know.
Not having enough time to do other and degen out and stuff like that. We understand.
I wish I did. Sure. I really do. I wish I'd spent a couple hundred ADA in the beginning and gotten a couple, whatever it was, a couple $100 million. That Mellon got. That was crazy stuff, man. Yeah. So lucky, awesome. Good for him, and no, I didn't get in early on the train, but we did get the Nike plushie, so we're
you
cool there.
Sell it for some Nike. Right?
Actually, it's going to Charles. Charles asked for it. He specifically asked if he could have it, and we said yes. So when we get up to Longmont here with the next governance thing we got to do up there, we're bringing Nike up to Charles.
Nice. Maybe it'll go on the microphone stand.
Maybe that'll be really cool. I'd love to see it on the mic. Yeah, right next to the lobster. That'd be super cool.
All right.
Guys.
So much.
Thank y'all.
Hey, man. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. See you soon. Bye.
All
right, man. Well, there you go.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I mean, that was basically the whole show.
It was the whole show. That was good though. I really did learn a lot. It wasn't I wasn't like being too flippant when
born.
I said, yeah, we love talking governance. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I do like, I like what he had to say. Very informative. A good, I don't want to say a contrast to what Viva said, but a good complementary take on what Viva said, because they weren't really contrasting views. They were kind of overlapping in that, like a Venn diagram type of view. You know what I mean?
Another perspective, a different,
right? Exactly.
Same thing. Yeah, we loved it.
Let's reset the room. Let's reset the room real quick, and then we will get into everything that we said. So if we come down here, make sure you guys are like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it with a friend. It's science that if you share it with a friend, we'll have more viewers. I mean, it's science. Trust the science, right?
It's proven.
It's proven. And then go ahead and make sure you're following at JPEG Empire, at @the John Carter, at @desert_crypto, and at the Seji3. Radio Astros, if you're on Twitter, in the title, his Twitter tag is in the title of the Twitter video. If not, it's just at Radio Astro. So for anybody, and
make
then
sure you
he
follow
said
him.
It was, yes, make sure you
he
follow
puts out
him.
Short form educational content on governance.
Yeah. And then, of course, the bosses are minting right now. We know why can't I get rid of that banner? Okay. We know that the market's down. We're still minting. We're kind of stuck right now. You know, you will get access to Token Empire, which will be launching as soon as we hit 1,500 mints. We have the Snecky we're giving away right now at 1,000 mints. So we're super close. It's only 99 ADA. ADA is only 38 cents. You know what I mean? So we're talking go ahead.
I actually think
he thinks he wants to take a pause real quick. So I will keep blathering.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
We can now, yeah. You keep freezing up, bro, but it's all good.
Okay, the Ape Society that we're giving away, I think that we should make that be by the 4th of July. So we just give it away the 4th of July, and then we end that, put that there. So everybody needs to continue minting. You have until the 4th of July. Right now, there are not that many people that you're in competition with. Right. If you think about it, there are 115 unique wallets. So if you're already one of those 115, you're just increasing your chances the more that you go until the 4th of July, and then you'll get Ape Society.
Change your PFP to a boss, Discord, and Twitter. Sign up for auto tweet, buy a boss, and you're in the running. And then maybe, you know what? So we're not going to stream 4th of July. I have family coming in, my kids, my grandkids, everybody's going to be here.
Desert, where the hell is your commitment, sir?
Well,
you're kind of a POS. You know that? How do you mean you're not going to be here on the 4th of July?
It's to my grandchildren. That's where my commitment is, sir.
Oh my gosh. We need to just shut down the channel.
They are going to be here for 4 days. We'll stream. We'll stream Friday. We'll stream Friday. We'll stream Wednesday. It's just
I'm joking.
Thursday.
That's my dad's birthday. The 4th of July is my dad's birthday. So
really, that's awesome. That's all. Does he like that movie Born on the 4th of July?
I don't. He's maybe seen it. I don't know. But he's going to be 81.
Wow.
I mean, he was born in 43?
Yeah, mom just turned 78. She was born in 46. So,
yeah.
So,
I'm telling you.
All right. We reset the room. Let's get in to what you guys are probably really here for. We'll take a look at the market update. Then we will get into, we'll check out Riskwise Pro. We will check out the Nike chart. John might have some articles brought up, but we'll just kind of go through those. You know, we're already an hour into it, but let's get it cooking. Let's see here. All right, here we go. So we are down again on a low liquidity Friday. We're down 0.6%, coming in at $2.459 trillion. It looks like BTC dominance went up a point. ETH dominance, I think, dropped a point. Gwei is only at 3, so we're talking super cheap transactions right now on Ethereum.
You know what I did today? I freaking swapped my Bencoin V2 to Polygon.
What?
Yeah, because I was actually gonna like cash it out. But so I swapped it to Polygon so then I could send it somewhere else cheap and then trade it for cash.
It's not on Polygon, is it?
No. I used Uniswap, but I mean it cost me like nothing almost to do the swap. To swap it from Ben V2, put it on Polygon. Then I was just gonna like cash it out from Coinbase. Like I was gonna switch it to Cardano but it was easy.
So you're selling at the bottom.
The Ben coin? You think that it's gonna do something?
I think it's at the bottom.
I mean,
you've held it this long.
I mean,
you probably took like an 80% freaking hit. I mean, I don't know what it's going to do. He just barely came back live on stream today.
But I made a ton on the bro. So it's like, that was just extra money. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would go up.
Burgess just dropped an announcement John might be hyped about in Discord, Seji says. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I guess I look at it different. When I bought my Ben coin, I bought it as a lottery ticket. You know what I mean? I didn't, I want it to go up. Don't get me wrong. I want it to hit $1 billion market cap. Don't think it is. But when I put money into it, it was money that I knew that I might be throwing away. It was just kind of like buying a ticket. So I'll probably never sell mine unless I'm like super rich all of a sudden. So let's go back in. Bitcoin coming in at 64,000. Ethereum coming in at 34.96. BNB down to 582. Solana coming in at 133. XRP at 48. Doge coming in at 12. Toncoin at 709. And Cardano is now at 37 cents. That makes them bosses even cheaper right now. Look at that. It's all red. Holy man, it's all red. So let's see if we even have any biggest winners. Okay. Arweave is up 6.2. Zebic Protocol is up a little bit. We got Pepe up 4.1. Pendle up 2.4. Near Protocol still nice and cheap though at 5.3. And that's about it. Jasmine, and then nothing really. Man, that still kills me on this injective right here. It was $10 higher when I started my unstaking process. And of course, it was a 21-day unstake period. And it has dropped $10. It's dropped 33% since I started unstaking it. That kills me. All right, biggest losers. Dog Whiff Hat down 10%. Brett down 6%. Monero down 5.3%. Stacks coming down 4.5%. Bonk down 3.9%. We got BitTensor down about 5%. Aave, Athena. So basically, it's just a bland market right now across the board. So we've been talking, and we've been saying that we feel that the market is going to move sideways. I foresee mid-July is when it starts to get that upward momentum. Maybe on July 31st, we get a rate cut. It ignites it.
For July, One of the articles that I was going to mention is that July is when they think that the actual, like the ETH ETF and the Bitcoin, the ETH ETF will fully come out is in July as well. So for that bearish case of us being like sideways and like kind of like stagnant until then, the bull case for July is pretty good, with that being the center stage, basically.
Right.
The ETH.
And it's just like, and historically, that's just kind of how it plays out. Markets, I mean, we've been so especially now with Bitcoin being an ETF. You know, we've let the devil in our house. We wanted him to come so bad and save us, and we've made that deal, and now he's in our house, and now the TradFi is controlling Bitcoin. So it's like, it seems to me, I'm not going to debunk the 4-year cycle until it doesn't play out anymore, but it seems like Bitcoin is becoming more TradFi. So that's just like how historically it's flowed. You know, the summers are low, and then if we get that ETH ETF, like John said, and then they drop the rates on top of that, man, we could be in for an awesome August. We could all be rich at Rare Evo. You know what I mean?
Do you know what we need? We actually need a blockchain app that we just connect to all of our Cardano wallets that automatically does our taxes, like automatically on chain, so that you don't actually ever have to go outside and do anything. You don't need the bank stuff. You don't need any of the other stuff. You just input it in and it's done.
Well, they already have that.
Yeah, but we need one
tax software.
Yeah, we need one open source. We need an open source one that we can just like plug into on Cardano. Pay like 10 ADA, and it just automatically does it.
Well, it'll never be that cheap. Tap Tools has a tax software.
Yeah. No, the reason I was thinking about it is because like I'm looking at this article, and I know I just went off the rails, but it's about the Blockchain Association. They object to the IRS broker rule, where they're trying to say that like all of these different exchanges and projects that move crypto are broker dealers, and that they have to file taxes for everybody and everything that goes through them, which is like impossible. So they've objected to it. The Blockchain Association objected because they said that it would add an extra 8 billion 1099 DA tax forms.
Bro,
and 4 billion hours of labor.
I mean, that's probably new information, but that's one of those regurgitated stories, because that was the big topic in 2021. Remember?
Well, yeah, when they've been fighting back and forth, and then since then, but this is like another rebuttal, because like obviously, it's actually like illegal. Like there is a law that basically says like I'll tell you what it's called. I read it a second ago, but it's like
it just passed.
What
it passed like a couple years ago. But then the thing was like, well, we're not really going to enforce it, even though because it says.
But this is
the
Paperwork Reduction Act. Okay, so this basically says that regulators must not burden individuals or entities with too much work, right? Like they shouldn't have too much paperwork that like doesn't make sense, right? So this is what they're using as their legal protection for that law. They're saying you all can't make us do this because it just takes too much time and effort, and it doesn't make sense.
There you go.
You know,
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I agree. I did my taxes. It took me like 2 days to do my taxes this year.
Sheesh.
Yeah. It was crazy. All right, so let's get into let's take a look at Riskwise Pro.
Yes. Riskwise Pro went live today. It looks beautiful, man. It looks beautiful. They're definitely working out some kinks, right? Because it's just like this is the soft launch. So anything that anybody sees, it's not time to get out the pitchforks. It's time to make it better as a community. You just go in their Discord and you say, hey, I saw this thing. I think this might be better. And they're very receptive and very open to all that stuff. But I mean,
they're
it's
actually asking for feedback.
Yes.
So what's the old thing? If you see something, say something. Well, if you see something, let them know, or it'll never. If nobody expresses their feelings, it'll never change. You know what I mean? And we love Johnny Tran. We love Ultimate. Risk is awesome. They've been so good to us, and we definitely support Riskwise Pro. So this is the interface right here, as you can see. So we got the home page, nice, clean. You got the carousel coming across with all the ads. And then you got your trending tokens. There are a few numbers that aren't correct. Okay, like this is not up 44,000 in the past 24 hours. We had a meeting with our dev today, and we were talking about things, and we were going over Riskwise Pro together. And he said this is the only reason this is because they didn't backload the data. So it's not, it'll the longer it goes, it'll just work itself out. It will be correct. So it's not like an incorrect API. It's just because they just launched. This is data. It's pulling data. So it's like, I don't know the proper explanation, but either way, it's just a minor glitch that will, because if you go down here, you can see, 1 hour, 56%. That's actually correct, because I was just looking at my Nike bag. So that's actually correct, but it hasn't even been live for 24 hours. So it's just pulling that the unbackloaded data. As you see, you can go down here, see, like, it even gives you
said that is correct. I was just looking at my bag.
Right there.
Oh, jeez.
So we got price, we got 5 minute, 1 hour, 24 hour market cap, volume, liquidity. It looks like we can, so we can change by market cap. So you can get high to low. We can go by volume. That's why Nike was on top, because mine was set to volume. You can go by price. No, you can't go by price, but you can go by 5 minute change. Whatever this is up 457% in the past 5 minutes. Danzo's up 53% in the past 5 minutes.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, it's only been out for a day, huh? So over here on the end, you got the day. So that's cool. John was a big proponent. You know what? I wonder if they have that for the NFTs, John.
What?
You wanted? Oh, no, you wanted like mint price, right? That's what you wanted to know?
Oh, yeah, mint price. That's
original mint price. But as you can see, so it has all your typical tools. You got top 50, you got trending, you got top gainers, and it's a very clean UI. I do like the UI. I do have pushback on some of the things. We'll get into that. But like they said, this is a soft launch. It will be, updated and updated and updated. And okay, so then we can go over here to NFTs. And they got 24 hour. So they got 24 hour price change, 7 day and 30 day. You got your floor price. You got your market cap. So, and of course, Earth Node has the largest market cap, of course, because they're like 100,000 ADA a piece. That's crazy. But of course, there's no volume because nobody's selling them. So this is cool. And then you can click on this. Okay. And then it brings you into the chart. This is one of the pushbacks I had right here. But this is just because this is the light version, or I'm assuming this is the light version of TradingView, and the integrated TradingView just hasn't been updated yet. And that could have been for many different reasons. You know what I mean? I don't know why. But I'm sure it'll get fixed soon. I mean, that'll be one of the updates. It even says, oh no, you know what? My bad. They specifically mentioned this. They said the super chart would be updated, would be one of the updates. So then we can come down, and these are also the Earth nodes. I'm assuming these are the ones for sale. Dang it. And you can click in to get more, so it's going to give you the rank, last sold for, the price. Obviously, this ain't going to have much history because it's a freaking Earth node. Let's go into something else. What is this, boss? Oh, no, those are tokens. My bad. Oh, no, these are boss cats. Okay. So we click into like right here. Ooh, 125. Damn. So here you got the rank, you got last sold for, you got the price. So under sales history, price, the seller, the
I didn't even know
buyer.
they were down that low, to be honest.
I know. Eesh. I might have to buy some.
Have to. You already have 10% of the supply. Get up to 15. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I have 10%, but I do own one asset. I own one of every boss asset. So I own an ordinal, a rocket, a freaking.
Wait, can you find the JPEG bosses right now? I know that we're like at stagnant.
Is the search working? Let's see here.
I just want to know. I want to see what that chart looks like. I'm sure it doesn't look that bad.
Not found. So I don't know. Let's see here. Let's go back to home. Let's go to NFTs. It is going to be hard to find. It doesn't seem like the search bar is working.
Maybe we would have to do policy ID.
Hold on. Let me look over here real quick. I'll go into our Discord real quick.
Snag the policy ID.
Yeah.
And then wait, is the middle the volume? The middle number?
There we go. It should pop up. There we go.
Yeah.
So here's the bosses. What's that?
Oh, that's the daily though, probably.
I don't know. There's no time frames.
Okay, gotcha.
But no, you know what? This looks like the daily because we launched on the 29th. So yeah, these are daily candles right here. Boom, boom, boom.
So we launch on the 29th. Those are selling of free mints.
Yeah, I believe this is floor price. So you got to remember, people that got the free mint, they were like, oh, sell for 2,000 ADA. Well, then as people got more bosses, they put in more realistic prices. So this is just the floor price. And as you can see, our floor price is steady. You know what I mean? So, and then we can, boom, no sales history. Logo's not popping up. But all of this stuff is expected with a fresh launch. You know what I mean? And it being a soft launch and them wanting the feedback. So let's go in. Okay, so we went over. Let me go back to home. We want to go through this. Okay, so tokens. If we click on the token, say we click on AGIX. Click on AGIX. Boom.
And you can swap.
So your chart's going to come up. The chart comes up. It looks like you have your order books right here. Or, well, buys and sales, not necessarily, kind of like an order book. So this is cool. So you show sell, sell. A lot of people are selling AGIX. Buy.
They probably watch our show.
What's that?
All those people probably watch our show when we told them to start selling AGIX when it was like above $1.
And then, so let's see. If we click on the fish, what does that do? That takes us to the wallet. Okay. So it takes us right to Wallet Watch, which you do have to be a pro. You do have to own an asset to find Wallet Watch. But when I clicked on that, it took me right to, so this person's wallet right here. holds 166,000. I don't know if these numbers are correct. If they are correct, this dude has a lot of ADA.
I mean, yeah, it's a whale wallet.
I mean, no, is it though?
Yeah, it was one of the bigger ones.
Well, no, it's a fish.
Oh, it's a fish.
Where's that? Yeah. Oh, maybe it's just the sail.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I like this. Over here, Dex Hunter integrated right here. Let's see. You know what? This is what we're going to do real quick. Let's see here. So I was just watching my Nike. Let's see if it's going to pick up. Not found. Okay, so it's not being found by just names. Apparently, I mean, that is the ticker, right? Policy or wallet.
Yeah, but policy ID would probably be what you would have to use too.
Right. But we'll just go home. Let this load. Stupid friggin' internet. It's probably the website's probably getting stress tested right now too, I'm sure.
Yeah, everybody's checking it out right now.
Yeah. Here, let's see here. Let me go over here. Where is the policy ID for Nike? Does Tap Tools not have policy IDs?
Yes, right there.
Oh, there we go. Copy asset. There we go. Okay. So we're in here. Damn, is that right? Oh, no. That's not right. Let's see here. 485. You know what? Let's do a little swap while we're in here. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Cancel that. I don't want to sell all my Nike. Damn it. Let's just see. Let's just test it out. We'll just sell 100. A negligent. Well, that's not. We'll sell 1,000. $11 worth. We'll sell $11 worth real quick. Boom. Sign. Okay. Order success. That pops up down there, right? Yep. All right. And we got the limit orders from Dex Hunter, of course. You know, we got trending tokens. I do not see wallet activity on here. All right, let's go through it. I could probably get it in my portfolio features. So if we go over here, cryptocurrencies. It is not wanting to load.
It's because you got Tap Tools open too, and StreamYard.
Probably. This is something I thought was extremely cool, and especially once TradingView is fully integrated. Check this out. So if we go up here, we click on AGIX, boom, and then I can grab another chart, World Mobile Token. I can grab another chart, Snack, and I can literally have all these charts open. So like, you know, a lot of people that trade got multiple screens. Like I got multiple screens up here. So I'll have like something open over here. I'll have something open over here, and I'll be doing something down here on my main screen. Well, if you're on your laptop, you're doing something like that, and you want to check multiple charts, or you want to keep it open because you're following multiple projects, or you have multiple trades open, this is friggin' awesome right here. So you can have all these charts open. You can just scroll up and down. You can have 6 of them at a time, 3 of 6 remaining slots. So I really dig this. And then I am going to assume, okay, so there isn't a swap button in here though. I would like to see a swap button. Like I would be able to click into the token, you know, and swap. But this is awesome because you can even have all this on one screen, and then you can have it open on another screen with Dex Hunter just swapping. So I really dig this. What is that? Crypto multi-chart. Ooh, what is this? Note you can drag any element to a different position, find and add up to 10 pairs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
And then you'll be able to set your
yes
indicators on.
Now here we go. Now this is going to, once they get the Cardano side trading view entered, this is probably how it's going to be looking right here. So I like this. You got your time frames. Double click. Obviously, Ethereum 1 minute is not going to show much. It depends on how often the API pulls. But let's see here. What do we got here? Okay, we got bars or candles. What is this? That's area. Okay. So we got different styles of bars. I like it. Let's scroll over. Okay, perfect. So then you got your indicators. Let's say we want to throw an RSI on there. Did it click? Yep, it dropped in. Let's say I want to throw an SMA in there. Boom. Okay, let's close. Boom. Yeah, this is awesome right here. This is probably something I will definitely be using. I mean, because I have Trading View and I can do multi-windows in Trading View, but look at this. I can have 10 slots right here, and I could just have it up on my screen, scrolling through, you know, and it's got all your Trading View indicators. You got your RSI down here. I only put on a couple. You got your SMA. We could go in. We can change it. Say we want the 21 on the SMA. So I really like this. And then obviously, if we scroll over, and this is true. Okay. So this is a true Trading View integration right here. I like this. So I can bring up anything. I can bring up SNEC USDT on MEXI. Everybody's crying about SNEC getting listed on Binance. We got SNEC on MEXI, BitGet, CoinEx, Gate.io, Bitmart, you know? So we could bring up SNEC, and obviously this is going to be against the dollar, not against whatchamacallit. And what's it say? So find it, add up to 10 pairs in this view to display them at once. Note that you can drag any element to a different position. So I can drag, no, wait a minute. What does they mean? I can drag to a different position. I don't know what that means. Oh, I can move these. I can move the charts around. Okay, that's probably what it means. So like I can take the chart. No? I don't know exactly what that means. But either way, yeah, this is awesome. This is a very good feature. I really like that. All right, so let's go into this. Cryptocurrencies, I'm assuming that this is going to be the broader market. It does not want to load. There we go. Nice. So they have a, CoinGecko essentially right here. You know what I mean? You know, it's got your well, not CoinGecko or market. Let's see. Let's click into Bitcoin. See what happens. Okay, it's not letting me click into Bitcoin. That must be an added feature that's going to come. I don't know if it's going to have an information page. I mean, we got to remember that this is a Cardano native project, and I only have a Cardano wallet, and John dropped off. I only have a Cardano wallet connected, but I like this a lot right here. And then it looks like, can we change? Okay, no, we can't change, not yet. I'm sure this will be in the update where you'll be able to, go by volume, market cap, just like how we check 24-hour losers and gainers in CoinGecko. Okay, so let's see here. Under marketplaces, boom. Okay, we can go right in. It brings up JPEG Store right here. So you can search. I don't think you can connect your wallet though, because it's not in a browser. It's actually a browser. It's within their own browser. And if you have an extension, obviously it's not going to be on Riskwise Pro's extension. But this is still nice. So you can go up here, and of course, we want to check JPEG Boss. Boom. So that pops up. We click on it. And there we go. Floor holding good. Looks like John's trying to come back. Oh, I think he made it back. So there's 520 sold. 24% unique wallets. I like that. So, and then of course we can just go right back.
Yeah, I did the math. The average is like 4.5, like 4.2 bosses per like per individual wallet, which, I mean, it's not that crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and then we got lending right here. Boom. And it brings us right to Levy. Once again, I don't know how this will work.
Vesper first, he said, is what he actually did.
Vesper. Oh, okay. So the mobile version.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're on mobile, obviously I'm not on mobile, so I can't connect my Vesper. So Vesper will work. All right, cool.
The rest of them are going to be soon.
Okay. Bubbles. Bubbles.
Oh, I think that's...
So they linked crypto bubbles to their. Okay, this is cool. So if you guys aren't familiar with crypto bubbles, this is like the overall market, and you can click on the little bubble, and it'll show you a chart for that market. Boom. Drop that like dog with hat. I like this. This is definitely going to be a multi-chain platform, bro.
I think it's sick. Yeah. I think they've done an excellent job. And like, even though there are some things, all those things are going to be addressed very soon.
Right. Once again, we want to reiterate, soft launch. They have a big announcement in their thing. The super charts are coming. Anything you guys see on this, make sure you reach out to them in Discord. They're super awesome. They're super responsive. Don't go in there and be a dick. Don't go in there and be a dick.
Don't do it.
Be respectful. Get in there. Say your piece. Let's see. What is market data? Market data is locked. Okay. So unlock soon. Okay. And so I'm going to assume this is going to be a pro version right here. Once again, holding any I keep saying Riskwise Pro. Holding any risk asset gets you pro version on Riskwise Pro. Okay. And gaming. Ooh, gaming, huh? I wonder if this is where, of course, coming soon, and you know what's going to be on there. Risk domination. All right, so let's go portfolio. So this is the portfolio tracker right here. Looks like it's taking a minute to load my portfolio. Okay, portfolio is loaded. It looks like I can switch between NFTs, value. Okay, so it's like So you have your NFT, the volume, 3-day, 7-day, the total amount of your NFTs. I am not going to go through all that because you guys don't need to see every NFT I own. Just like I am not, well, I guess it's kind of a moot point. You can already see what tokens I own. And you can connect multiple wallets. I only have one of my wallets connected right now. But then obviously connect, maybe I can't connect multiple wallets. Why is it coming up my NAMI? Disconnect wallet, portfolio value, connect new wallet. Okay, so this may be something that they're addressing. The only option it's giving me is to disconnect the wallet I have connected, not add another wallet. So all right, so let's go past that. And we have mining. So they have a tab for mining. So you got BMS. Nice. So it takes it right to BMS's website. Once again, with the wallet connect in the browser. Like John said, it'll be Vesper first, and then however they decide to implement NAMI, Eternal, Flint, all that. Block miners. Okay, so this is essentially just taking you to the website of all these projects. I like it. And I'm sure they'll start adding tabs for different sectors of the ecosystem. Okay. We got the Goofy Gophers. Here we got the pro features. So these two down here are still to be unlocked. I was looking earlier, but we'll check them out real quick. So this is going to be Education Pro. I know Ultimate was talking about how they are going to be creating a suite of educational tools. If I'm correct, I remember him saying it's like a $6,000 course. It's a course that would normally cost you like $6,000. Like if you went on to one of these like Udemy or wherever you would get courses outside of YouTube. So they're going to have a whole content package for education, which is awesome because that is what we need. Chat Pro. This is interesting. What do you think Chat Pro is, John?
I think it's probably a SocialFi application.
You think so? Or do you think it's maybe like SocialFi? Yes, obviously, because that's a catch-all, but maybe like peer-to-peer, like direct messaging.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. On-chain messaging. What you can do on Etherscan, probably, because it would make sense. You trying to buy something from somebody, let's talk about it.
Right. Like DMing somebody. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that'll be awesome. That'll definitely be awesome to see what they roll out there. And then we have Wallet Watch here. So you can you put in a wallet. Here, let's see here. Let's see if it takes
it doesn't.
Huh? Did he say it doesn't take handles? So you guys already seen my
I tried it earlier.
You tried it earlier?
Yeah.
It doesn't take handles? Is that what you're saying?
You can try. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I tried it earlier.
Here. I don't know what wallet I want to look up. I'm not
do my own. $ Empire Connect.
Empire what?
Connect.
Oh, you want to do yours?
Yeah.
Okay, the enter button's not working. So, okay, yeah, invalid. Oh, well, hold on. Maybe if I can type, maybe that's the problem. Not hashtag, $. Is there 2 N's in connect? Am I just freaking... Okay, yeah. So no. It is not taking... It's not taking handles at this time, but still... if you want to friggin', you know what? This is what we'll do. Hold on. We will do some.
I can send you my handle if you want.
No. Let's see what it does. I'm just gonna bring up somebody's random freaking.
There you go. I got you. It's in the chat.
Is it just a random handle?
No, it's mine.
No. Okay.
It's one of mine. I mean, it does matter.
Well, I wanted to like, is it a wallet profiler?
No, it's just yeah, you'll see.
You're broke. Okay, no. Okay. So, portfolio. Okay, so it shows assets. Let's see, associated wallets. Well, looky.
Oh no,
I like that. Did you say, oh no? I told
said,
you not to give me your...
You got them all.
I told you not to give me your wallet. We could see your trade history. Oh, come on. Oh, he's buying Nike. He's buying Nike, everybody. Watch out. And he's buying Angel. Watch out, everybody. So I like that. You can see their trade history. Is there a swap or an NFT? I've seen. Okay, so you hold 32 NFTs. It doesn't show the NFTs though.
Yeah.
It shows your tokens. Okay. Then obviously, if we come up here, we click on Nami. That's the disconnect.
And one of the things I mentioned that they're actually going to change already is that you can't just click the associated wallets and it goes straight to them. But so they're going to implement that soon. Like it just shows you the
okay, so they're going to hyperlink
the associated wallets, but it doesn't take you to it. And then so I was like, hey, that'd be cool. He was like, yeah, it's absolutely. You know what I mean? It's like with us, like so many things that like after the fact, it's like, duh, but like before the fact, it's like, like why wouldn't it work like that? You know what I mean? That's how I would want it to work. Yeah. But if it's not all written down and on paper, it's one of those things. So
there you go. That is Riskwise. Oh, you know what? That's Riskwise Pro. Check it out. Riskwizepro.io or go to their Discord, get in there, pick up an asset. I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this stream already own an asset. If they don't, you can go to @RiskGamingCo on Twitter or @RiskWisePro on Twitter. Pick up an asset, pick up a Warthog, a Horseman, or a tank, and you will get access to all the pro version. Head to their Discord. You can grab a Discord link from any of those, I'm sure from any of those Twitter handles I gave you, and check it out. We are very happy and would like to give them their flowers that
they've made an amazing product. And
yes,
I'm not going to say who doesn't have a chance, but all I'm saying is I think that I'm going to use this instead.
Yeah, no, for sure. Once they get the supercharts for Cardano native assets, I will definitely be using this and not say where we're going to look at Nike real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's bring up Nike. Let's see what's going on. We were talking about it. And this is what I was saying earlier. This chart, so this is the 1 hour. And this is just, it's got good structure, bro. I mean, the RSI, we're just bouncing. We're never too oversold. We're never too overbought. The Stokes just reset. We might be getting a little push up here soon. I don't know. There's nothing really to chart because it's just a freaking up and to the right. You know what I mean? There's not enough dips to really chart. But these are what charts look like before they go parabolic. You know what I mean? So when a chart comes
Yeah.
in and it's like, here, let me put that down a little lower. So when it comes in and it's just slowly, and then boom, hockey stick right up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
now I need you to
I
tell
shouldn't have
me.
sold
I need
that.
you to do whatever charting and whatever TA wizard magic, and I need you to tell me where the top is, so I can sell my limit order for there.
Why? I mean, I can't tell you where the top is.
Yeah, dude.
Look,
tell
there's
me
no
where the top
freaking
is.
information here.
That's what I want to know. I want to know where the
Whoa.
top is, so I can set my limit sell for there. So if you're telling me the top is at exactly $99 million,
Okay. Okay. Now I don't have to answer John. John's gone. Asking me ridiculous questions like, where's the top? How the frick do I know where the top is? Oh, he's back. Damn it. He's just got no picture. John.
yeah, I'm here in my room, without a background.
Yes. I don't know where the top is, but I mean, it's just got good structure. Look, there's no real, I mean, these are 1 hour candles. So let's break it down a little further. Let's see here. I mean, it's just stair stepping its way along the 21, bro. You know what I mean? Boom, retest, pops. And like I've always said, it's always going to come back to the 21. So it comes down, you know, wicks down, goes up, comes down. It breaks through it. And then a big buy comes in, boom, pushes above it, bounces off the 21, goes up, comes down, boom, boom, retest off it, boom. So, I mean, if we're just going by what historical data we have here, it's going to bounce off this 21 and keep going. It may break through a little bit like it did here in the beginning and then keep going. This is the 15-minute, by the way. So, looks like the RSI. Let's see here. I mean, there was a bearish div right here. You can see price action, boom, gets higher. The RSI, boom, gets lower. So that's a bearish div. But it looks like it's following through on that. Your Stokes are coming down. I mean, so we might have a little bit more down. You got your MACD flowing to the downside. So right now, short term, we just got a little retest, a little retracement. But I'm holding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
I've already bought and sold enough. I'm not going to sell what I have left, even though I just sold that 1,000. Stupid selling coins for content.
Well, I mean, just buy 1,000 back, you know, once it dips a little more.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
10% less, 15% less.
Oh, it is on a nice little freaking. It is on a nice little dip. Boom. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm not going to buy 1,000. I am going to pick up another 100 worth. So I'm going to pick up 3,000. Boom. There we go.
All right.
There. Now all is right with the world again. I replenished 1,000 that I sold.
Perfect. So on that note, we should wrap this up, and we'll go into more stuff on Monday, and we'll go over the headlines and everything.
Yes.
But thank you all for joining us. That was such an awesome show. I loved hearing about governance. It doesn't sound as crazy, you know, when you hear some guy like that, as smart as that, telling us about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, I think it's going to be all right. Plus, you know, maybe he'll help us draft a proposal ourselves so that we can start being mad that we didn't get the proposal or being excited because we did. And people call us part of the cabal.
And once again, if you like, subscribe, share, retweet, hit the notification bell, all that, get our subs up so then we might be able to get sponsored.
Yeah, be great. Would be fun.
Yes,
would be great. Then we can
awesome.
actually do this for real.
Right.
Just like we do every other day.
And G Blades, I know you're out there somewhere in the Ethernet. I know you're somewhere out there. He said, man, you guys, your shows are just too long sometimes. I have stuff to do. And I'm like, bro, you can turn the show off. He's like, I know, but, you know, I want to watch. And so we're sorry, G Blades. We went a little long tonight. Watch the replay in the morning. We love you. You're awesome. And he gave us a killer idea that we are trying to work out the logistics on. And we will probably be implementing in the future. It'll be it'll be an extension of the show onto Discord.
And we're talking about doing like a regular movie night or watching a TV series, having like regular days that we do that. What do you guys want to watch? Let us know in the comments here, or hop in the Discord and then comment what you want to watch, and we'll all watch it together in VC, which you can put it on your any other thing and watch along with us.
I know the Olympics are coming on. The Olympics are this year.
That'd be great.
I was watching the USA swim trials the other night. I like watching the swimming and the diving.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I've always liked it. Believe it or not, even though I'm old and fat, I was on a diving team when I was a kid and a swim team. And I like watching it.
That's funny.
We're talking over 30 years ago. So
Sedgy says golf, and I say I don't like watching golf.
No,
I don't mind playing golf.
I don't have a cliff high enough to jump off.
The Olympic trials are going on right now. We should have those in Discord. We could always do that.
Yeah. The finals, like I said, the swim trials were the other day.
Lisa, if you're watching it on your computer, you should just stream it to the Discord.
That's another thing. Anybody in the community
can use that space.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have access. You can start open up the VC, stream something, get something going, play some music. I mean, we do need help from the community. The community is the core. You guys have been so awesome. You've stuck through us with so much to get where we're at today, to get through, the thick and thin of everything. And we can't say enough how much we appreciate you guys. I mean, you guys know who you are. You know everybody that's stayed around. But we still need help. You know what I mean? We still need help. We need you to
help us
bring in the hype, stay in chat.
Yep.
And it's summer. We understand it's summer. People got shit to do. You know what I mean? Me and John luckily just don't have lives.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm allowed to do whatever I want as long as my wife is not around. So it's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. It's right. So like whenever my wife is not here, there's another joke, which I don't know. I don't know if you've heard this one, but if a man is right in the forest and no woman is around to hear him, is he still right? You know what I mean?
So the
answer to that question is, as long as my wife is not here and she is at work, I can work. She said, nope. Look.
Oh, track and field going on right now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I mean, track and field is going on right now. Okay. I like world destruction movies. Wow. Are you a nihilist, Jaleesa?
And what kind of destruction? Do you mean like atomic nuclear war? Look, and then she says I'm still wrong. Jeez. But so what kind of world destruction movies? Are we talking like what is it? 2021, right? When it was like the apocalypse. And then there was what was the other one? Like or like War of the Worlds where the aliens come, right? Like Cloverfield. Like what are you talking about? What kind?
Oh, like Geo, as in Geostorm?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Geo,
yeah.
like,
So Annihilation event style freaking movies. Oh yeah, The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm down
I'm
with that.
big into like dystopian future movies. I like V for Vendetta, which I think everybody should watch.
Dude, I think we should.
Okay. Once again, every time John has a point to make, the internet gods are like, nah, you don't need to say your point. And they freeze him out. Cloverfield. You know, I don't know if I've ever watched the original Cloverfield. There's 3 of them. Are you good, John?
Yeah, I said Time with Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should watch that one because that's a dystopian one.
Yeah.
And there's one that I loved that was on Netflix called The Platform. Have you watched that one?
Oh, that's the one where it's like a prison.
Yeah,
and the food comes down. I never watched it, but I know what you're talking about. And then the food comes down. Like
it's only 2 hours. Or I mean, like, it's only 2 hours. It's like a relatively quick movie. It goes by real quick. 120 minutes.
Okay.
It's so good. And it has like a theme about like society and like kind of like the hierarchy, as well as like, you know, people on top eat whatever they want, people on bottom eat whatever's left over, you know?
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? That's, you know, that's
and one of my favorite quotes from that movie is, "You can't shit up."
I mean, once again, that's a scientific fact. Trust the science. All right, let's get out of here. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. It's Friday night. You guys go have fun. Not too much fun.
Maybe we'll have a Twitter space or something later.
Yeah. That's another thing we're gonna be working on. A Twitter space schedule. So yeah. Are we good?
Yeah. I just got this. Yeah. Ricky Bobby. Talladega
You
night.
ain't first, you're last.
Yeah. I be all on you like a spider monkey. I'm all hyped up on Mountain Dew. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next time around. Peace.
Yeah.